time does not stand still. Can't see the world when it's spinning, spinning. Try to pin me down, you don't have a clue. Wouldn't understand if I showed you, showed you. Stop forsaking everything that I've done. Won't be breaking easily now. So tell me straight up, up, up. I don't want it, no other way. No other way, other way. No other way, other way. So watch me
Brings back memories though, still. Maybe I should get the Tea Club members back together or something. Maybe Momiji's around. Yeah, you could do a little. I know not all of us are around anymore, but...
Hello?
Someone here? Hello, sir?
Just who I was looking for. Good.
Just... Okay, hi, how can I help you?
It's nice to see you again, INPU. It's been a while.
I don't mean to be rude, but, do we know each other?
Oh, yeah, that probably makes a lot of sense. I do look vastly different from the last time you saw me. Do you remember a guy with blue hair walking around with a bird girl a while back? It's about 5 years ago.
Do I remember that? Oh, I think oh, this probably when probably didn't have both arms during that time. Yeah, I think I recall there was a lot happening during that time, but I remember you came to the camp just to explore. It's Mitch, right?
Correct.
And son of Poseidon, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Okay, just want to make sure. Sorry, it's definitely been a hot minute. I mean, the years have done well for you. I could definitely tell you that.
Thank you.
Yeah, even the armor is looking crisp. The hair looks nice, and the
armor was something from my father. That wasn't really my choice, but it suits me well, I think.
Yeah, I was even gonna mention the crown. I'm assuming that was your father's doing too.
Yeah, that one I didn't really want, but I got it anyways.
Well, I'm assuming crown means you got some royalty. It's you're Atlantis, right? Atlantis?
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Remember hearing about that. Well, congratulations on the title. I know it's a lot. Being able to rule things. I mean, still rule part of the underworld myself, so I understand how hard it could be. But
I can also say congratulations to yourself for your arm. I remember last time you did not have one, so it's nice to see you have one now.
Yeah, my dad did wonders. Yeah, it's not real. It's pretty much a prosthetic, but it feels like one. That's why, ignore the little mark on my shoulder here. It's fine. It's a side effect.
Well, at least you have an arm that's usable. That's good.
Yeah, it's good. So you were saying you were looking for me? What's up?
Well, I mean, before we get into matters of business, I was just wondering, what is this place? It's been a while since I've been to the camp, and I've just been kind of wandering, checking out all the different new areas that they added. This is definitely a new one.
This place specifically. We had a ball last time that we were here. A few of them.
Hopefully not
this
an
one
Aphrodite's.
No, this one wasn't the Aphrodite. We did have that one, but that's where all the arm came off and everything. But no, this one is called Cleopatra. This is the Cleopatra. It was the Egyptian version.
Egyptian.
You're a veteran of the camp. I could definitely tell you right now that the outcome was quite similar to Aphrodite's ball. Unfortunately. Got attacked a few times, a few meteors coming from the sky, an angry Egyptian god threatening to kill everyone. You know the deal. But it's gonna be different this year.
Well,
It's gonna
thank
be
you
different
for
this year.
giving me more fuel towards hopefully one day shutting this place down.
Wait, shutting it down. Are you planning? You could do that?
I don't know if I can. I'd have to get through Xylo first, but we'll see.
That's good luck with that one. As much as I kind of agree that this place is a mess at times.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sometimes.
I mean, when you think about it, like when you bring a bunch of demi-children who are just figuring out who they are into one area, and you expect them to all behave right off the bat, it doesn't work.
Well, it's also
And-
the problems of being understaffed and not having people watching others. You know, many small things that could be fixed that were not.
Yeah, that's why I took it up this year, because I knew that the Egyptians didn't really have that much of a counselor. I knew for a fact Ricaro was going to take it, and Cal's a little bit preoccupied with time. So, yeah, I decided to take it up this time around. It's a little much. Still trying to get used to it all. You know, I'm doing these daily routines to make sure that everything is, like, sound and won't fall apart when someone comes in. Don't worry, this place won't fall apart. I made sure.
And this
double-checked. It's not gonna
Ricaro
fall.
and Cal, you said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Small
assuming
red-
other campers of sorts.
One's from last time we all had a giant session 5 years ago. Yeah, they I could trust them to do it. It's just I don't think they really want to, so I decided to do it myself. It's good. I mean, I might as well. I mean, I'm here anyways because I need to do a bunch of research for the underworld. So, why not? Two birds with one stone. Yeah, but no, I agree with you. This place is crazy. This place is
Yeah.
nuts. But this time around, I mean, the reason why I became one, a counselor, is because I wanted to make sure that everything that bad happens here at the camp stops. I want to actually make it, safer, or at least try to before the place actually does get shut down sometime. I know it's not. I'm assuming this place won't be around forever, but at least I can try my best to make it as sound as possible. If that makes sense.
Well, it's nice to see a counselor with an actual thought process.
Yeah, that we. Yeah,
Don't get
the
me
other
wrong.
one.
I love Xylo as a friend, but he makes some interesting decisions.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know how we were just discussing before about my whole arm thing? Yeah, that was also partly Xylo's fault.
Yeah,
so.
that doesn't surprise me.
I've only known him for a good 5 years now, but I know if anything bad happens at the camp, I just start running towards him. Ask him what the heck is going on. He knows. Unfortunately.
Sounds very familiar to even a few years before.
Glad to see nothing's changed.
No, sadly.
I mean, I guess that's a good thing or a bad thing, the way you take it. Well, I mean, that's good and all. But if you don't mind, I've actually got to go do some more inspection stuff and make sure everything's good. So, by the way, my place is right over there. It's that pyramid place right over there. Feel free to come by anytime. But I've definitely got some stuff I got to do. So, I'll talk to you in a little bit, Mitch. It was good to see you for now.
Oh, wait. INPU.
What's up?
Like I said, there was a reason why I came here to talk to you.
Oh, right. Sorry. A little scattered brain right now. Yeah, sure. What's up?
So I had a question because one of the main people I wanted to ask some questions about was you. But I also wanted to know some information about BRYAN. As you see, it's been a long time since I spoken to BRYAN, and I was hoping that we could maybe bury the hatchet that we had between each other. I know I got an invitation to a wedding a while ago, which included you both, but obviously I turned that down because of our situation. I'm hoping that maybe now I can fix things between us, since years have gone by and hopefully the both of us have matured in both ways. Maybe we could figure it out.
Yeah. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but you're about 5 years late on that, unfortunately.
What do you mean?
He's not here anymore. He passed away 5 years ago fighting the seductive rose.
But
Yeah.
that's impossible. So you're saying he's gone, but why do I sense him?
One more time, say that. You can.
You said he died in a battle with seductive
He
rose.
You did.
But I
yes.
sense him. Specifically, I can pinpoint it to 3 different locations.
I'm surprised you're able to pick up on that. Nobody's actually done that until I said it.
Well, you learn a lot when you work side by side with your father for 5 years. Not just
Right.
combat-wise, but also intellectually and spiritually.
Well, you seem like you have good faith, so might as well tell you exactly. So, I wasn't lying to you. Bryan did pass away 5 years ago fighting off the seductive rose. It was ended kind of in a stalemate. Both of them gave their lives up for it. Bryan won, but he used this essence that's located in every single one of us called the soul crystal. Basically, it's a power that you're able to connect to if you can connect your soul to like a life force, a life like blade. It's weird to explain to someone who hasn't
It's like
seen
a
it.
second heart.
In a sense, yeah. And we were able to figure out how to use it into a weapon. And the repercussion of that was if you use too much of it, it could potentially break, which then you're not able to come back to life afterwards. But that's what Bryan exactly did.
Interesting.
But these past 5 years, I've been doing research into his broken soul crystal. I was able to preserve it until I can figure out how to fully repair it to bring him back. But for the time being, there currently, yes, you can sense 3 different spots. Yes, you can sense them. Those are my children. They are basically 1/3 of Bryan's soul crystal. And I had to give up a little bit of my own life essence to make sure that the pact would work. That's the only way I could figure out how to preserve it, because if I didn't do that, there was no chance of ever bringing him back. So, I didn't really have much choice. I haven't figured out how to really bring him back yet, but from my knowledge, these kids are just temporary beings until I can figure it out. They don't know that, though.
So
I
in a
don't wanna tell
sense, you used your own life essence to bring 3 crystals of Bryan's own being to become manifested into their own beings?
In a sense, yeah. That's what happened. So each of them have a little bit of Bryan inside of them and have a little bit of me in them. Some of them have wings. Some of them have tails. Some of them, well, they just have our personalities.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I was surprised that you were able to sense that, knowing that I personally cannot, and I've never met anybody who could. So that's a new one.
Like I said, you learned a lot.
Yeah. But, yeah. I mean, I'm still figuring out how to actually bring him back. Because, well, he need to give his life to, stop this rose. So if I'm able to bring him back, maybe then you could bury the hatchet. But I don't know how long that's going to take. Could be, a couple months from now, years, decades, millennia, who knows? I've been kind of I'm a little bit stumped when it comes to my research, which is why I'm here too. Trying to figure out if I can find anything else from the other pantheons on this, even though I've kind of gotten a little bit stuck at the moment. But yeah. Is that all you wanted?
Well, that was supposed to be all of it, but I see there's another concern that's been brought up, or at least to my attention.
What's up?
I know we don't know each other well, so take this with a grain of sea salt, will you? I don't know if there's a good way of saying this or not.
What's that?
Like I said, this is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you trying to bring BRYAN back?
What do you mean? Why am I trying to?
Aren't you playing against your own rules?
In a sense, yeah. In a sense, I am. But I don't know, love does things to you, okay? He didn't really need to give his life for it. He had a whole life to live for. And for crying out loud, we were only married for a short time before everything happened. I just want to bring him back. I just want him back. It's not like, anything bad comes out of it. It's just he's,
That's not fully correct. And I think you know that.
What, in a sense, do you mean by that?
Well, think about it. I mean, we had Seductive Rose, which you only found out about a year later. I have known about Seductive Rose for a lot longer. So I know that Seductive Rose is basically a being of BRYAN. That's how this mess started.
Right, and it's not. And by the time I knew him, it was not a part of him at all. It was a separate being.
But what's not to say that the Rose, whether it still be here or not, could manifest again if BRYAN came back?
Are you serious? Is that your reasoning? You think it's gonna come back because of that?
Well, it's not only BRYAN. What about your children? They have a hint of BRYAN in them, right? Which would assume that they would also have a hint of Rose in them.
I will 100% tell you right now, there isn't a bit of the Seductive Rose inside of my children.
Not yet.
Maybe
in the future. Like I said, this all started because of BRYAN. This manifested in BRYAN's body. Which I'm assuming would attach to the soul. Now, no. I'm not a professional at this. I'm making assumptions. But if my assumptions are correct, we could have another Seductive Rose incident on our hands. Possibly 3 of them. Are you getting where I'm coming from here?
And what makes you think I'll let that happen to begin with?
I don't know if that's something you could control. I don't think that's something any of us could control.
Well, I understand that you have your reasoning for this, but there are some things that I cannot just agree with because of that. I don't think it's the case. I've been working on his soul for 5 years, and I haven't seen a single hint of the Rose inside of it.
Maybe it's just waiting for the right time.
Wait time. And how would we know that?
I don't know. It's only one way to find out, wouldn't we? Is when it shows up.
Yeah. And I bet you right now it's not gonna show up. I bet you right now you are just, thinking of the past, that it's gonna happen again. I'll let you know that during the time that I was in camp, it never happened with him. SR was a separate entity. Yeah, it was attached to BRYAN because it wanted to attack, but that's not the case. It's not here anymore. It's gone.
So if it's a separate entity, right? It always seemed that the Seductive Rose was obsessed with BRYAN in a sense. I would assume that a stalemate would anger it. So whether it be destroyed or not, if BRYAN were to come back, I'm sure Seductive Rose would come back.
Yeah.
And we don't need more issues in the demigod and god world currently, is what I'm trying to get to. So I still stand by saying BRYAN coming back is a bad idea and you shouldn't do it. I get love can be blind, but if you're blinded by it too much, it's going to become an obsession. And that's clearly what's happening here. It's been 5 years. I don't know if anyone's told you, but I think you need to stop grieving a bit. It's insane to be doing something like this. You can't be playing your own god.
This is the first time anyone's ever actually even said anything negative about what I've done. But You're not changing your decision on what you think about this? This is what you think? Then I don't mean to be rude as well, but it's gonna let you know I'm not gonna let any of that happen. I will make sure that when I bring Bryan back, everything will be okay. And I'll be the one to make sure of it. You don't have to worry about a single thing, okay? I've got this.
I see. Well, since our little fight here might escalate, I think it'll end here.
Probably
But
for the better, honestly.
besides this reasoning for Bryan, I had another reason why I came here, and it's because I sent out letters hoping that I could meet up with a lot of people. There are issues going on in our world that need to be fixed. So, depending on how you feel afterwards, I would like your help, whether you like me or dislike me with my opinions. It would be nice to have more people on my side, and then we could discuss what's going on in the demi-world, and hopefully come to some solutions. But I'll give it a bit before you decide that. Clearly you need to cool down, and so do I. But I will leave you with one thing here. If I sent a drop of seductive rose from any of those children, I'm assuming that if one crystal falls, the other two will fall as well. I will not stand by and watch another seductive rose happen. If any of them show the slightest hint of rose, I will exterminate them personally. Got it? Now have a good day. Well, Farrell, today has just been a mess, and to be honest, I expect nothing less from this strange camp and its strange people. If any of them had my intelligence, we'd be in big trouble. But it seems most of them are idiots with childish behaviors. We got lucky there, didn't we, Farrell? Farrell!
What?
Were you listening at all? By the way, Farrell, you're still going to be working on your schoolwork while we're here, whether I be evil or not. Education is important.
Doing homework is for mortals.
Well, too bad. Your education's important, you need to get it through that thick skull of yours. Now let's see. I guess I'll have to check in with the counselors to find out who's in charge here. That weird fellow said a person named Xylo was in charge, I believe. So, I probably have to go find him first. And hopefully they have technology here because, you know, we're gonna need your email, and then we're gonna have to get a hold of Jennifer, which I really don't want to talk to her again personally, just because she seems to kind of hate me and you at the same time. And maybe we'll see if... Farrell! Farrell! What did you do? Where am I? And who put a damn lair in a cabin? Wait, lair? Like an evil lair? Here? Farrell! Farrell, get down here right now! You could have waited till I moved out of the way. Farrell, look. Look at all the evil, devices. Or things. I don't really know what they are. But I'm sure they're evil in some way, shape, or form. But... Farrell, do you smell that? Do you smell it? Do you smell it?
Smells like death down here.
Besides the death. Look, over there. I can smell it. I can smell the power. Wow. I can just smell the power coming off of this one. It smells different, to be honest. It smells like a flowers in the meadow, but that meadow was burned down from rage. What a strange smell. I guess it holds something. Maybe one of the counselors will know what this is. Hopefully it's powerful.
to get a hobby.
Silence, Farrell! People laughing here! Now where was I? Oh yeah.